Hey Knights, how is up? Nightowler here, and today it's Doki Doki Literature Club that you're gonna play. So buckle up tight because we are jumping right in.
Tell me, please. Is this what I think, or is it just me? Don't wake me up from this.
Okay, quick recap. We have to show poems to these girls, and we on the day first had some talk with Natsuki, and on day two had some weird talk with Sayori. And we have already showed our poem to Sayori, so I guess to the next poem I want to show to is I think maybe Yuri can give me some advice on how to write a poem. Maybe I have written a good poem and she will appreciate it. I don't know. So let's go along with Yuri. Ah, is it my turn? Yes, it's your turn, Yuri. Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Nighty. That means it's not good enough, is it? Is it, Yuri? Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Yes, I was inspired by Natsuki's poem. Maybe because I had a little bit talk with her. Or Sayori's, perhaps. Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself. Yeah, I won't find them, they are too complicated. Not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. I guess you're right for me. I don't know. Seems like it. Yuri. Uh-huh. I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. Yeah, in fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job. I, I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see them into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have. Well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it, of course. You are like 100 IQ and I'm 0. So let's see. Is this poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by a skirting of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendency word as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon on urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. It's the very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood, classic Pavilion conditioning. I slice my bread and I feed myself again. Wow, that is a good poem. A little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it as face value, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they are embarrassing and people would make fun of me? Don't you have anything like that, 90? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Yes, I am. Yuri, what do you know? Natsuki, she will probably rant about my poem, or maybe she'll like my poem. I don't know. Okay. Hmm. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I want to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Nah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as a type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, you can sometimes Fluffy spend so much time with someone like you. It's like she's dragging around the dead weight. That was a little unnecessary, but think about it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You'd say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart will pound to rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has her hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It grows. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. It's best kind of poem that Natsuki can write. And it's a poem just like her. Not bad, right? Yeah, Amy likes spiders. Who knew? It's a quite bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem, and I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. That Amy likes spiders, and it helps people realize how stupid they are being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid of people to find out. They'd make fun of you or think less of you, but that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? as long as they're not hurting anyone. It makes, I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. That's funny. You wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people should make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri is pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should not try to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And you made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that? I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Okay, I'm looking forward to it already. Monika, what you got? The president of this club? I don't know. Hi again, Nighty. You little angel. How's my writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I won't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I'll read my poem to Monika. Alright. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? Is it because I, talk with Sayori? Oh, because I chose the word she chose. She chooses the most. Yeah, I gotta forget that. I wouldn't be surprised if we had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarity that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like that two of you really care about each other's well-being. And if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of gender feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that sometimes so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now. I like the way it is turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. I don't know about this. The colors, they won't stop. Is this an evil kind of poem? It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just out of the way. Alright, I'm sorry if you don't like that. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've really seen before, I guess. I kind of playing with my space on the paper. I choose where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really showed makes it feel they are trying to speak over the nose. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. For me too, yes, it's hard to tell. You. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. When you never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What I'm even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, the advice was not about the poem, was it? It was about life and you. Okay, everyone, we are all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room, I think this is a good place to leave this episode. So, I'm gonna end this episode right now. Like this video to show some love, subscribe if you'd like to see more, click the bell icon to stay notified, and comment anything you guys would like to tell me. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Twitch now. I try to tweet interesting stuff, and you can watch the same videos on Twitch, though I might live stream too. Stay tuned for the next video, and as always, have a nice day. See ya!